Hello everyone, it's Dan here from Thomas Road Support. I'm just going to take you through setting up the wedding microsite for Pillar for WordPress. I'll just give you an example of what we're going to be aiming for today. This is the wedding template or the wedding microsite that's been built, powered by Pillar. And we provide all the demo data for this separately to the regular demo data. So if you just want a nice concise template you can start off with, then this is the perfect choice. Now, working locally, we've already installed the theme and we've installed the required plugins, which we've covered in a previous video. So from this point onwards, we're going to concentrate on setting up the microsite as you can see it here. So to begin with, we need to install a couple of extra plugins for this task. The first one is CEWP menu per page. And that basically allows you to assign a menu to a specific page. In this particular case, we use it to give the home page a nice scrolling navigation. This will all become apparent later on in the video, but we'll install and activate that. And also, as we change up the typography a little bit with this particular microsite, we're going to install the Easy Google Fonts plugin as well. Okay, that's the plugins installed. So we've got the recommended plugins, the per page menu, etc., as well as the required plugins covered in the previous video. So we've got everything laid out ready to go. We now need to import the demo data. Now, the way the demo data is laid out, this is the overview of the folder that you downloaded from ThemeForest. So within that, you've got the regular demo data, the documentation, the plugins, and the actual theme itself. This is the folder we're going to be looking at here, which is the microsite one. This contains at the moment a couple of examples of sites that are kind of aimed towards particular niches. We're going to be looking at the wedding one, so we'll go in there, and you can see we provide the XML demo file as well as a logo for you to play with. So we're going to import the XML demo data right now, and to do this we go to Tools and Import. Go down to WordPress because that's the data we're dealing with. Grab the file and hit upload. And we're also going to grab the images from the demo as well, so we've got something to play with. So we'll tick that box to import attachments. And this can take a moment depending on the speed of your connection. There you go, that's all done. Okay, so before we go any further, I'm just going to refresh the page so you know what to look for. You'll see very little has changed here. We're going to set up a menu and a home page, etc. now. And to do this, we go to Settings and Reading. And at the moment it's showing the latest post, which we don't want. Obviously we want to show our fancy home page. So we'll change that to show a static home page, and we will use the home page which we provided the demo data, and we'll set the post page to blog. So let's hit save and refresh, and there you go. You can see already things are taking shape very nicely. Now we do provide a menu you can play with, so at the moment you can see there it's set just to the default message to tell you to go and set up a menu. We've already provided one, so we're going to go to Appearance and Menus and check that out. So you can see there's our home page navigation, which is great. We're going to assign this to be on the home page only, and the reason for that is if we take a look at the live demo, the links scroll up and down a page, which is great. However, if you were to have the same menu across the entire site, when you click on one of these links, obviously the content that you want to scroll to isn't there, so it won't work. Basically what this means is we edit the page, which in this case is our home page, and using the per page menu plugin, we scroll down here, and where it's got select the menu for this page, we can specify we want it to use the home navigation rather than the standard navigation. Perfect. So if we now take a look at the page, we can see we've got our menu at the top there, and there are a couple of things extra. If we just compare this to the demo itself, you can see the menu is set over to the right here. So to do these final tweaks, we need to head into the theme options, and to do this, in our admin area, we go to Appearance and Customize, and in the header settings, we'll change this over to hide the search bar, and we want to set the right menu to yes. You can see it all kicking in there perfectly. Now finally, you'll notice these fonts, although these are default to the theme, they are a little bit different in the actual demo. So we're going to use the Easy Google Fonts plugin to change these. Because we've installed and activated it, we can now see this typography setting appear. And we're basically going to need to set a particular menu for, a particular font for the page and the headings, etc. Now the fonts we use for the paragraphs is Roboto, so we can simply go here. We'll swap that to Roboto, and for the headings we use, I'm going to pronounce it wrong probably, but Laura, L-O-R-A. You can see that taking effect straight away. It's a really great plugin. So I'm just going to go through all of these, changing all of the headings to the same font. It's a little tedious, but only takes a moment. Before we go any further, let's just save that and refresh our page. And there you go, you can see everything's looking absolutely fantastic, but you will notice the menu itself, the fonts are a little different. Well, that's no problem. We'll head back into the typography area in the theme options, and this time we want to head into theme typography where we can edit the menu fonts, and here we're going to also select the Laura font, which looks fantastic, but we're going to change things up a little and set the text transform to lowercase. And obviously if you want to, you can increase the menu sizes, etc. as you wish. I'll just make it nice and big there. Hit save, and away you go. And the last thing we're going to need to do, just to get this exactly like the demo, is to just swap over the logo. Obviously you'd want to put your own in there. We do provide one for you to play with. So to get to the logo options, we go to header settings, logo settings here, and you can see where the dark and light logos are there by default. Let's get rid of those, and we will upload our own, which is provided in the folder within WordPress. So let's pop that there, and pop that there, and there we go, all perfect. So in this video we've gone through setting up the plugins for microsites and set them up to show everything that we want there. We've replaced the menu, fonts, etc. using the Easy Google Fonts plugin, and you should have a good overview of how to get started with a wedding microsite for Pillar. If there is anything else in the meantime, do come see us over at support. Other than that, thanks for watching.